I invested early into Nvidia, Palantir, Micron. I saw the AI wave and I saw it coming, and I have done extremely well. I've made a lot of money off of those investments. I still own them as well. And I think that this will be even bigger, what I'm about to tell you. Now, do I think it can make you rich? It's up to you whether or not how much risk you want to take, all these kind of things. But I really want to open your eyes to this new and next wave of AI. Now, this is not going to replace AI. This is associated in addition to the AI initiative. It is a highly specialized, um, space parallel to AI, if you will. And I think that it's mind blowing. And it is early for you to get into this. So that's what we're going to share with you. And I'm going to share with you everything. I'm going to give you the top 3 picks in this space from a stock investing standpoint. Also going to give you a much broader investing view of this and how you can invest in this and have some highly speculative plays, but also to have some more diversification and even have less risk as well. Okay, so we're going to jump into this. So what is the space that I'm talking about? It is quantum computing. So quantum computing, we are still extremely early to this from an investing standpoint. There's really only 3 main companies that are doing this, and one of them is a $20 billion market cap, about a $7 billion and a $2 billion market cap. So still relatively small relative to looking at like an Nvidia or a Palantir from their market capitalization. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is looking at the first 3 stocks that you can look at, and you might want to look at it at getting into again, and then we'll kind of go from there. So the first one is IonQ, and it is the highest quality pure play quantum computer right now. They have partnerships with Amazon. Excuse me about that. They have partnerships with Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet. They are the winner in the clubhouse, if you will, IonQ. Okay. So they've raised their full year guidance after strong demand growth, doing very, very well. So you need to look at investing in an IonQ. You can see right now on the 5-year up 467%, 1 year 81%, and year to date 26+%. Okay, on the last 1 month, you can see right there 97+% in the last month. Now they're doing very well. This is the one that I would recommend you if you're going to kind of plow some money in. This is the one that I would do because this is the one that has the most highly visible play here in the quantum computing space. And again, they're about a $21 billion market capitalization, 21.23 right now. Okay, so again, what you need to understand here is that you're early. You're looking at this really, really early. Okay. So IonQ is probably the one, if I was forced to say only one to put my money into, I would say IonQ is it. The valuation, the partnerships, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, doing very, very, very well. Okay. So the second one that is more speculative, if you will, is Rigetti. You can see this. They go at quantum computing just a little bit different. And by the way, quantum computing is not going to replace AI. It is a more highly specialized way of doing computing for highly specialized different types of activities, things of this nature. So it's not going to replace, but there will most likely be a component of quantum computing behind the scenes running different things. There may ultimately be quantum computing processing, being pushed down to iPhones, to things that, to your cell phone. Again, that's down the road, right? All the processing will be done at the data center, but this is the most biggest viable next big wave outside of AI. Okay. And again, not going to replace. All right. So Rigetti, again, bull case, they have aggressive scaling roadmap, cloud integration, hardware fidelity, major government international contracts. It is very, very, very volatile if you're looking kind of for downside, heavily momentum driven, and can move very much in a given day. So Rigetti, you can see right here, this is the chart, 5-year up 101%, 1 year 93%, year to date down 7%. So if you look to buy today, you're getting it at a 7% discount versus what the stock was trading at the beginning of the year. And in the last month, you can see it's up 39+%. Okay. So with that, Rigetti is about a $6+ billion, 6.8 billion, just shy of $7 billion market cap. This is a kind of the more speculative play in the quantum computing space. Again, I am putting money into all of these. Okay. So I just want to kind of let you know that. That's because I'm looking at it like this is the speculative nature of an emerging market that is not going to go away. I mean, quantum computing is a real viable market. It's going to be here for forever, all this kind of thing. Okay. So I kind of look at this like I'm getting into an Nvidia or Palantir very, very, very early. All right. Or things of this nature. Okay. Quantum computing, is the next third one. It's the most highly speculative one, definitely the more risky. We're running at about a just shy of a 3 billion, yeah, $2.29 billion market cap right there. And you can see year to date down 0.7, 1 year 18, 5 year 158, 1 month up 44%. Again, the third one, highly speculative. If you had to tell me which one were you going to put all your money on if you were going to do it, IonQ would be the winner in that capacity. Okay, so let's shift gears here and talk now about kind of more of an overall less risk way to invest in the quantum computing, space. IBM most likely will be one of the real long-term winners. You cannot discount a company like IBM, okay? Again, you can't do it because they are probably the more underestimated quantum leader. Why? They have decades of quantum research. They have a huge patent portfolio. They have enterprise relationships. They are in every single major company in the world is using IBM's technology and probably in one way or the other, software, hardware, services, things of this nature. They're already operating quantum cloud access, strong roadmap. So again, it's not a pure, obviously, quantum computing play like an IonQ, right? But it is one that if you want to have some money and have it associated with the quantum computing initiative, buy some IBM stock. Alphabet, again, has some of the strongest quantum research talent on earth, company that helped ignite the quantum supremacy narrative. Again, we all know who Alphabet is. They own Google, right? So again, a way to have exposure to the quantum computing space, not a pure play. Look at Alphabet. Microsoft, again, may ultimately dominate the software layer. You can never discount Microsoft. I know a lot of people still think of Microsoft like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. They are infinitely way more than that, all right? So they have their cloud enterprise integration, developer ecosystem already in with every single major company in the world is using Microsoft software in one way or the other. Again, they have those relationships so they can go in and sell those deals and move them forward. Nvidia is the sneaky quantum investment. I still think Nvidia is one of the best plays out there. Okay, I really, really think they are. Not primarily a hardware quantum company, but they have quantum simulation, AI, and quantum integration, and networking, and so forth. This is at the chip level, obviously, with Nvidia. So look, to wrap up, if you're not invested in quantum computing stocks as of yet, you should be looking to do that. Okay, you'll be kicking yourself down the road if you haven't put money into them from the standpoint of having exposure to this huge wave that is coming that is not here. Well, Austin, nobody's talking about it right now. That's the point. Okay, wouldn't you love to have gone back and invested in Palantir before everybody was really kind of talking about it, right? Before it was really a massive thing. That's what I'm talking about. I am putting money into these because I think these will be huge down the road. And again, if I was forced, I would put all my money into IonQ. But I do think there's some opportunity to have some money in IonQ, quantum computing, Rigetti, all of that. I already own IBM. I already own some Alphabet. I already own Microsoft. I already own those guys. But I might look at maybe bumping those investments up to have more exposure, a little bit kind of in an indirect, or not indirect, but in an associated way with quantum, because they are not quantum computing specific stocks. Hope you enjoyed this. Look, I made a ton of money off of Nvidia and Palantir and Micron and all those guys. And I think that this is a pretty significant, massive market that has yet to really be discovered. If you go out and look out, mainstream's not really talking about this, right? They're not. Okay, it hasn't hit mainstream. Think of what happened with AI when it became this massive explosion in our life. Is quantum going to be that big? No, but you will see and start to hear more and more people talk about quantum computing. And then the retail investors and the investors will look up and go, oh, I need to be in quantum computing. And they will be 1 or 2 or 3 years later than you, as far as if you get in right now. Thanks for giving me a few minutes. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.